Cheers.
Cheers.
Cheers to all of you.
Thank you so much.
Thank you very much for joining us.
Yeah, we've never done this before, so thank you for being patient with us. And we've reached the end.
Well, almost.
We're
Almost the end.
for you, but thank you so much.
Thank you.
Delicious. Mike, it does go well with the chicken.
Like I said.
So, we all have different types of friends, right?
There's the kind of friend that's kind of an asshole, but fun to be around once in a while.
Fun to get drunk and talk shit with, but you'd never actually call on them for physical or emotional help because they're just unreliable.
I'm kind of an asshole.
Or there's the friend you see once in a while, and it's a nice hangout, and you're always like, I should spend more time with that person, but for some reason, you don't.
Then there's that true friend, one you'll be on the phone with forever.
The one that helps you move, or meets you at the hospital, or has a permanent spot on their couch for you, just in case you ever need it.
Now those types of friends are rare, you all know.
But there's an even rarer friend, the one that gets you motivated.
The one that not only gets themselves going and doing great things, but says, we should all get together and do this.
And then does it.
Adam Yauch was that type of friend.
A once-in-a-lifetime type of friend.
The friend that makes it happen, the friend that inspires you to go big.
So, when Yauch was a kid, his parents would take him on trips to Mexico, Italy, other places that weren't Brooklyn or Manhattan. He became interested in seeing the world and how other people live in it. Around 1990, he'd gone to India and Nepal. And when he got back home, he could see that Yauch wanted to understand this vow of nonviolence. Why did they choose not to fight back against a government that would beat and imprison a person just for waving a Tibetan flag? He wanted to know more. He wanted to help. So in typical Yauch fashion, instead of just writing a check to some organization, he started his own, the Milarepa Fund, and organized the first Tibetan Freedom Concert, a massive 2-day concert at Golden Gate Park in San Francisco in 1996. It was the biggest charity event since Live Aid. So what he did was historic. Hundreds of thousands of people had Free Tibet on their tongues and on their bumper stickers. They heard the call for nonviolence all because of that guy in the Beastie Boys. I mean, who does that?
Yauch, Mike, and I have spent more time with each other than we have with our own families. Really. When we were kids, all we do is hang out with each other and do stuff. Dumb kid stuff, like nothing. And when we got serious about being a band and writing and recording music, we'd meet basically every day, 5 days a week, to work. And on weekends, we'd hang out anyways, because, you gotta eat, right? So, add those days up for 35 years, and that's a lot of getting to know someone. So, when it comes to my friend, the rapper Mike D, I know him. Basically everything. I know what sounds he makes when he eats. He mumbles to himself, and he hits the spoon against his teeth. I know the exact and precise time to say something fart-related that'll make him spit up his food or drink. Every time. I kind of always know what he's gonna say next. And he knows me just the same. He knows that I'm always running late. He knows that I have terrible BO because I haven't bathed in a while. He knows that I've got some long-winded cockamamie story about something stupid and stressed out, like my dog shitted 12 times in the living room and I had to take her to the vet or whatever. Everything. But Adam Yauch, a puzzle, a conundrum, a labyrinth of ideas and emotion, an enigma, a wild card.
After 35 years of friendship, I never knew what he was going to do or say next. He was a living contradiction of people's ideas of how or what you're supposed to be or do. I mean, he's the Buddhist guy who's telling me how last night he was at this after party for some fashion show. And he's the fight for your right to party dude who went trekking through Nepal on a discovery quest and then met with politicians in Washington, D.C., letting them know what he had seen and learned. He once told me that the main draw to him about His Holiness the Dalai Lama was that he was a funny dude. I mean, obviously, there were so many other reasons he was drawn to spirituality, faith, and Buddhism. But the funny dude part made perfect sense to me coming from Yauch. Funny is very, very important.
Ladies and gentlemen, check it out. The winner of Best Director in a Video is... Go ahead.
R.E.M.
Everybody hurts sometimes.
This is an outrage because Spike is the director that has just... I'm from Switzerland, okay? Let me just tell everyone that. And since I was a small boy, I had dreamed that Spike would win this. And now this has happened. And I just want to tell everyone that this is a farce, that I had all the ideas for Star Wars and everything. Wow.